Hey there Scorpio, it's Viv from Wisdom Released and welcome to your week ahead reading for the 2nd to the 8th of July 2018. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz and it's an 8 card spread, so a central issue for the week and then one card for each day of the week. I've just a quick note in that I've done the readings for July for the monthly readings. And the card that came up as the central theme there was the King of Cups, and I read it at the time as you being in the flow and in harmony with your emotions and those around you. The King of Cups is a very diplomatic, very open-minded kind of energy, a very confident energy. Although the flip side of that confidence is that he can get really caught up in insecurities, which can cause problems. I also, a side note, I've been watching various different tarot readers on YouTube for a considerable amount of time. And sometimes I watch them and I think that's got absolutely nothing to do with me whatsoever. And other times I watch them and I think, you know what, that is spookily accurate and bob on. So what I'm saying is that these are general readings to do with work, to do with life, to do with relationships. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I really do appreciate you joining me here. So on with this week's reading. So the central issue is the Nine of Wands. So the overall energy for the week, the Nine of Wands. And I'm feeling, Scorpio, that you might be just a little bit tired. And it feels like you've been working on something, slogging away at something for a long time, and you're wondering if the end is in sight or how much further you have to go. And this card is calling for strength and determination and confidence. It's really asking you to dig deep. It's a 9, it's not a 10, but as it's a 9, you're nearly there. But just as we get near the end of something, sometimes we feel like giving up, don't we? Those doubts can cross our mind, and we can think, "Oh, is this really worth it?" And what we need to do is to draw on those personal resources, dig deep, and make the effort for that final push. And it seems like on Monday things are headed in the right direction. The Cups card are to do with our emotions, so it feels like you think things are going swimmingly. The conversations around you are going well. You're feeling well in yourself. Although you have been feeling tired, this is a day where you're feeling much more positive. Perhaps it has occurred to you that the end is in sight and that you do have the strength and the stamina and the confidence to get to the end. This is a 9 as well, and the 10 of Cups is happiness and celebration and a real kind of overflowing of positive emotions and a deep sense of fulfillment. So we're nearly there. This is you seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, I feel. Tuesday, though, there may not be quite as much clarity. And after Monday's positivity and sense of fulfillment, you may be questioning that. Today you may have literally crossed swords with someone. There may be someone in your environment who doesn't see things as clearly as you do, and the clarity is kind of blocked there. Maybe this is you that's confused about something. Maybe you've slipped back into thinking that you're connecting more with feeling really tired. And when we are in a bit of a low mood, it's difficult for us to reconnect with that positivity. My feeling is, though, that it's a flash in the pan. It's a moment's doubt, a moment's insecurity. It's a 2, so it's fairly low in the minor arcana, and my feeling is that you will connect quite easily again with Monday's positivity and feelings of fulfillment. I feel very definitely that this is just a flash in the pan, and it will pass pretty quickly. Wednesday is about focus and determination as well. Maybe we were dragged a little bit off course yesterday with a lack of clarity and indecision, and today we've there's a new sense of determination. You may receive some communication that is quite forcefully worded, or you may be writing stuff, sending stuff yourself that is quite forcefully worded. It's like, I'm not putting up with any of this nonsense, or communication you receive could carry that kind of meaning with it. Could be a bit blunt, but forceful, focused, and determined. The Son of Swords, there's no messing about with this guy. He's going flying on in there. Regardless, there's a bit of devil may care about his style of communication, but he is very determined and focused, and he's got his eye on the prize. So he's very strong, he's vital, he's very energetic, and he's going after what he wants. Thursday, I think there could be again a tendency to slip back into thinking that there is so much to do. There's a feeling of being overwhelmed. I'm not so sure that that you feel like you're at the journey's end. I think you feel like there's still so much to do. But you don't have to do it all by yourself, Scorpio. You're not an island. There are people around you. There is help and support around you. People who are willing to collaborate with you to help you journey over this mountain. It may feel like you have a mountain to climb. It may feel like you have a mountain to climb. I'm wondering, it feels like you think it's bigger and much more difficult than it actually is. And if you're feeling tired, if you are feeling overwhelmed, then things are going to look more challenging and more difficult than they actually are. But draw on the help and support that there is around you. Draw on those that are willing to collaborate with you, and they'll help you. They'll help you overcome this. And you can delegate. You can delegate. You don't have to do everything yourself. Friday brings a feeling of peace of mind. I think you really do see the light at the end of the tunnel. You really do see the journey's end. There's a much lighter feeling about Friday, a much more hopeful feeling about Friday, and you're connecting with this. I think you're connecting with this feeling of flow, this feeling of positivity that there was earlier on in the week. Saturday, you might be holding on to what you've created. Saturday, I think, is you're going back to a feeling of maybe a feeling of limitation. Again, if you are feeling overwhelmed, you're wondering what it is that you need to do to get to the end of this project, to get to the end of this journey, and you're holding it. There's a feeling of holding on tightly maybe you're holding on tightly to this sense of positivity. It's there's a determined feeling here, a determined feeling to get to the end, a determined feeling to overcome. And what strikes me about this card is how tightly knit, tightly strung together these pentacles are. It's like you're determined that nothing's going to fall apart. Now that you've got this far, things are going to stay together, and nothing's going to escape your grasp. Nothing is going to fall apart. Sunday has a feeling of release about it, has a feeling of leaving behind what's over and done with and what you can't change, and lifting your gaze to new horizons. It's like you are nearly there, and you're just about able to leave all of this behind and lift your gaze. Really connect with this positivity and open-mindedness and being hopeful. Really connect with this peace of mind. You're nearly there, Scorpio. Nearly at the journey's end. So there we go. Those are your messages for this week. I hope you found them useful. I hope they've resonated. And I'll be back again next week with more messages. And I really do hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much for watching. And until then, take care.